In this video, you will be shown how to approve an invoice in Workday. This will be your Workday home screen, desktop. On the upper right-hand corner, you will notice three icons. The first icon is the bell. That's a notification icon, just letting you know that there's information within the tenant that require your attention. The second icon is your inbox icon. That's going to contain everything within the tenant that requires something for you to do, a task. And then the third icon is your home screen button. We will be concentrating on your inbox icon here. You will also notice that on the face of your home screen, you already have an abbreviated view of your inbox. You can either click here for go to inbox, or you can click on the icon for the inbox. The inbox will have everything in which you need to process that requires you to handle that task. I will narrow this down with a filter. And now you will see I'm looking at the supplier invoices. So you can click on either one of them and it will immediately show you the details of that invoice on the right-hand side. It's okay to click it. You're not doing any harm to the system. You're not changing anything within the invoice. You're not modifying it. You're not making any mistakes. It's just simply clicking on it and it's appearing before you. So you can click back and forth as much as you like. So for the benefit of this video, we will look at this here invoice. And as an approver, you're going to do what you've always done. You're going to verify that all of the information that appears before you is correct. So once you've clicked on the invoice, the next thing you want to do is scroll down. You'll have down toward the middle different tabs. You want to go to the attachments tab and click on the hyperlink here. That will open up the image of the invoice that you are viewing. Obviously, you need to see that to make sure that the data that you're viewing is correct. You will compare the data that's here with what appears on the invoice, making sure the invoice number is correct, the invoice date, the invoice amount, so on and so forth. The next thing you want to do is come back to these tabs. You need to go to the Invoice Lines tab. Invoice Lines tab is the one that shows you the actual allocations. Now you need to confirm and verify that the allocations used are correct. As you can see on this particular invoice, there are two lines of allocations, 1, 2 here. It has the spend category. In today's world, we called it the expense. So you have one that is charged to furnitures and fixtures, the other that's charged to computers. It has the amount for each one of them. And it then has the program to which this is being charged. If for whatever reason you're viewing this invoice and you realize, no, this is incorrect, I don't want it to go to Seaford, this should have been charged to Medford, you can click on the X, it immediately takes that one away. Click in the box. If you type in the word you need as a keyword search, it will return anything with the word Medford that I typed in. In this case, there was only one item in there for Medford, so it returned exactly what I needed, which was Medford. Once you select this, these automatically default and change along with this one. So you'll only need to make that one change if you were changing the program. But it's that simple to change a program. Same will hold true for anything else you need to do. Clicking in the amount box, changing the amount, changing the spend category, if you needed to do that as well. An important feature that you want to check out will be the additional work tags column. In the additional work tags column, we have several categories. The ones that are most important to you will be unallowable and gift. This is your search lines here. You notice here are the categories here. Unallowable, obviously, click on there. We now have the ability to break down our unallowables to specific reasons. Okay, if this were a cable vision bill and there was a portion of it that was owned by the individuals, then you need to select this when you're putting it to unallowable. Usually before you would just put that amount to unallowable. Not only do you put the amount, but then you select this as the reason why it's unallowable. And this lets everyone know who's running a report after you exactly why that was put to unallowable and where it should have gone had it not been unallowable, because of that allocation line also has the spend category. So we now know, okay, it's it's for the individual, but it was a computer expense, computer equipment expense. If for whatever reason this line happened to be for a fundraising, or the whole invoice was for fundraising, you click on gifts. Again, that was right here, gift. The gift category will open up and you have several different options for selecting our fundraising. Okay, you have CPC, you have gala, wine tasting, so on. So you can either select it from here, or you could have gone here and search, and if it was for this gala, type in gala, hit return, there it is, gala. Okay, so that's how you would make this line or this whole invoice either unallowable or fundraising. Very important. Additional work tag. Okay. Once you've gone through and verified all of the information and you're satisfied that is correct, and this is pretty much a standard invoice, you as the approver would just need to hit approve and it would automatically go to the next step in the process. If for whatever reason you were reviewing this invoice and you found there was something that you didn't quite like and you needed it changed and you wanted it to go back to the person who sent it to you, then you hit send back. Click send back. It's going to say to who, you put that person's name. It will come up on the selections, and then you can put a reason as to why. Please change item number 4, or the amount that was associated with Medford was incorrect, so on. If you needed to maybe have someone else look at this invoice other than yourself, you can click on add approver. And again, select that person's name, write them a little note, hit submit, it would go to that person. But if it's just a standard invoice and you're satisfied with what was entered and processed and you're ready for it to move on to the next step, you just simply hit approve. You click approve, it will go on to the next step in the process. And that concludes this process of approving an invoice.